Phantoms 6, Hull Seahawks 2. Great start to the playoff weekend, or certainly a great end to the playoff weekend. Hayden, a big performance for yourself. Nathan got man of the match. I suggested it could have been yourself.
Yeah, I think tonight it could have been a lot of guys. I thought we played a solid, full team game, and honestly, I thought that was one of our best games. That was much more of a playoff pace than last night,
Yeah.
and I thought we stepped up to it and we carried it through most of the game. So kudos to everybody. I thought we played really well.
Yeah, super important to get a real quick start, and Yanni got the goal in the minute, and then it sets the tone, doesn't it? The buildings behind you, which I think they would have been anyway.
Yeah.
But it gets the game going.
It was just an unbelievable atmosphere in here all night, especially at the end, the last 5 minutes. I don't think that drum stopped, and that kind of kept us through it, because even though we were up big, the goal differential matters, so it was huge to keep them to 2 and then finally get that 6-1.
Yeah, goal difference could well be important. We've got obviously Telford doubleheader and then Leeds doubleheader, and depending on how those results go, and they may go the same way for Hull and for ourselves in all of those games, then the head-to-head's important. Mm-hmm. So pulling a netminder, you were drawn last night, and you wonder whether the empty netter ends up being critical.
Yeah, it's tough to kind of look at that and be like, well, if they score, it's a 4-1 loss, but if we score, it's a 3-2 win or 3-2 loss. So it worked out, and that's part of the kind of the gamble you play, and that's where you put your trust in your coach. And last night he made the right call, and our big player stepped up and got one late. So that worked out great, and yeah.
And again tonight, the late goal with Austin getting the empty netter.
Yeah, I had no doubt in that. I mean, we've been really good all season, playing a man down the last couple minutes of the game. We just covered the house really well, and guys battled. And, he got it out there and got time, and took his time and made sure he finished it.
I think you know where I'm going with this, but there are games and there are teams that we've played where you become public enemy number one. And the reason why you become public enemy number one is the net's off its moorings. And when you first joined, we on the media team said on broadcast, we would say, well, you're trained. The net is moored much more securely. You kick off from there. You're going to kick it off. But we've played 27 home games. There's 28 now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to nets where it's 3 inches into the ice and 3 inches into the net. It's a big rubber pole. And I've played with that for, now 15 years. And so that net doesn't move unless you come fully crashing into it. And I'm trained to play that way, and that's the way I've been played. And so obviously start of the year was a big adjustment. And I've still been playing goalie for 20 odd years now. So my style of play is not really going to change that much. So I still rely on those posts. Now I'm trying to do a better job of it, but at the end of the day, my first focus is the puck and making the play, not whether or not I knock the net off. And fans can boo all they want if they're going to boo about it, but other goalies in the league do it. It's just kind of the way goaltending is. So it's a hard justification because we're a pro league, but our facilities aren't necessarily standard to what pro is around the rest of the world. So I think we all kind of just do what we can with it.
Yeah, well, that's a great politician's answer. Thanks very much. Just to finish up, and you did touch on it a moment or two ago. I thought the atmosphere in the building was great.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to need more of that the next 2 games at home, the stretch here, and into Coventry. It's fantastic. I mean, we have a smaller rink compared to some of the places in the rest of the league, low ceilings, so it gets loud and it gets fun to play in, especially when the guys are putting the puck in the back of the net and making big hits and stuff. It just gets everybody's energy up, and I think you saw that tonight. It carried us through that full 60 minutes.
Yeah, well, look, well done. A great team performance tonight, great performance yourself. On to Telford next weekend.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Cheers.